the quickest way to shift a pattern of emotion or to alchemize it is gratitude. And so I want to explain before we go there, like what actually, there's a lot of, do we think and then the emotion, or do we have the emotion and then the thought? So science is really cool right now. There's Joe Dispenza is one of my favorite, who's really unpacking this, right? Yeah. And what he describes is you have your 5 senses in your body, okay? And you can sense something. Like I can sense the way it feels to be around you right now. I can sense that, right? I can sense the room. I can sense the lights on me right now. I can sense this experience. And we start to take that, what we're sensing, that energy, right? And it goes through our nervous system, and it goes through our nervous system, it goes through the limbic system, and the limbic system starts to assign it an emotion. Like, now it's not our emotion that gets judged by us, it's the way we make sense of it. So then it goes up through our entire body, up to our prefrontal cortex, where we make sense of that sensing, feeling, and then what is that? And usually when our mind goes to make sense of it, it goes to past experience, right? So it's saying, oh, I know what that is. I remember that look. I remember this feeling. This is what it is. And it starts to assign a story. And it's like, oh, I'll give you a really good example. My dad had a look when I was little, a look of disappointment. Okay. So I can sense the energy that I assigned disappointment from a very young age. Right. And so now I'm married with this other man in my life. And I was like, oh, that's disappointment. And he's like, I'm not disappointed. Oh, well, I sensed this feeling and it assigned this emotion called disappointment. And now I made that true based on my own perception or past experience. And now I'm assigning the meaning to what I just sensed from you. Right. And he's like, I'm not disappointed at all. In fact, I was just confused. Oh my gosh. Well, that's so different than me now wanting to address your disappointment. Yeah. And it looks like this versus like, oh, well, let me give you some more clarity. Very different approach to what I am making sense of an emotion versus what actually the intensity is that's happening between us. He's having a totally different experience. So when we start being more emotionally intelligent, we get more curious. We don't assign everything so quickly to a story, and the story just runs in this automatic pattern, right? We start to become more aware and waking up that pattern to more of what we are and who we are today. Like, hey, I care about this person. Are you disappointed? No, I'm not disappointed at all. Oh, cool. Tell me what that was. Help me understand what that was so I can learn something new about that look. Because that look for 40 years has meant disappointment. So can you tell me what that look means now? Yeah. And just start to be curious about each other. But that's what emotional intelligence really is to become more aware of what's happening in our bodies and understanding that, oh, that's just a feeling for an invitation to learn something different or to learn something new.